Hey guys, Dan Heilman back with another Eternal Evolution video. Just did a big summon video, just got a bunch of my heroes up to Immortal. Someone has asked me for an Artist guide. So today is going to be my Artist Spotlight and Guide. He is Immortal with 1 star. He is my highest evolution. I don't think he's the best hero in the game, but he definitely has some places where he can be very useful. Now, I have mine built as a tank. There's basically 2 ways to build him. I'll talk about that. But first, let's just talk about what he does. Yeah, let's talk about what he does. Okay, for the very first thing, his ultimate. Chooses 1 enemy within his range and deals damage equal to 640% of his defense. It's very important to note that all of his damage scales from defense. You do not need any attack on him. It will not help you at all. Putting the enemy in a vengeance state for 9 seconds. Enemy in the revenge state. I'm assuming this is meant to say vengeance state because it doesn't mention revenge state anywhere else. So enemies in the vengeance state will become main targets for Artas and have their damage reduction decreased by 8%. Each 5% HP will further decrease the damage reduction of the enemy by 1% up to 15%. Increases the duration of Avenger. What is Avenger? Oh my god, they're using 3 different words, I think, for the same ability. I don't know why they call it 3 different things. Here it's called Vengeance, here it's called Revenge, and here it's called Avenger. I'm assuming all 3 of these are the same thing, and then this further modifies it. Enhances the Vengeance effect. Each 5% will further decrease damage reduction of the enemy by 1.6%. So this is kind of like a decreased defense, although it seems to just say damage reduction totally. The symbol on top of it, it is a debuff, so you do need accuracy. The symbol looks like a decreased defense symbol. Artist leaps into the air and slashes a target in front of him, inflicting 375% defense damage and gaining 1500 attack speed for the next 4 basic attacks. He is a attack speed user, meaning he has a lot of attacks, and he can be buffed by things that buff attack speed. Not everyone has that ability. After every 3 basic attacks, Artist's next basic is enhanced, inflicting 470% defense damage. Now, the reason I mentioned the multiple attacks is because if you go to your commander, there is this one that actually works with him. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Not that one. This one. This one. This one. Sorry. So there is one commander that buffs him. You can see it buffs all of these guys. So I guess you could maybe use this if you were running Emma and Artis, and especially if you were running I'm totally blanking. Azina? Is this Azina? Azina, Emma, and Artis. These 2 you kind of got to use together. So this is kind of like an endgame, very niche commander to use, but I just wanted to point out the commanders that actually do work with him. If you look through the rest of them, I don't think any of these will buff him. I don't think literally any of these will. No, none of these will. So that's the commander that worked with him if you want to use it. I honestly would not suggest using that commander unless you're using Emma and some of the other fast attackers, and probably if you have them in a gluttony set, which is endgame. Okay, now that's the abilities, that's the commander. Let's talk about the exclusive, I guess, a bit. Enhanced basic attack does 10% additional. You basically just get more damage here when you're doing this. I would not level up his exclusive, probably ever. Not gonna lie, I would probably never upgrade his exclusive. I'll go through the talents. You can get all the talents in here. They're all useful besides this one because it's attack. And you have to get 1 into here, but don't get all 3. So he's fully talented out. Just ignore the attack because those don't work. The talent trees are the same for everyone. Oh, do they? See, they have duration of Avenger, but they got the names definitely weird in here for him. They have 3 names for the same ability. Okay, now there's 2 different ways you can build him. You can build him, again, his defense, his damage scales off of defense. So if you want to build him damage, you're going to go high defense, and you're going to go high crit rate and high crit damage, okay? Now, if you want to build him like a tank, that's how I have him built here, and you don't want him to do a lot of damage, you just want him to soak damage and do some hits, you build him this way. I have HP percent, defense percent, and damage reduction. The damage reduction percent on boots is very important on Artis. You can see this one's pretty solid because it also has accuracy, which is good for him, and defense, which is good for him, okay? You can either run him HP percent, damage reduction, which is counterintuitive because he's a defense hero, but that gives you a lot of mitigation. Or you run HP, defense percent, and damage reduction. Now, if you want full damage, you could just run defense percent, defense percent, defense percent, but you may want damage reduction in here because it does a really good job of reducing the damage you take, hence the name damage reduction, okay? Now you can see I have 2 life sets. Again, HP is very good for mitigation on tanks, even if they're defense scaling damage. Defense does not do the best job of mitigating damage. It doesn't actually tell me either how much it mitigates. You know, because I got 50% damage reduction, and the defense I get probably doesn't get me anywhere near 50% damage reduction. So it just says reduces the damage taken by a hero when attacked by an enemy. The higher the hero's defense, the less HP they lose each time they're attacked. Now, you would think you'd build him all defense, but I've tried that, and he's very squishy with all defense. Even with 3 defense percents, he's very squishy. Now, I'll just show you all the gear real quick. So HP, crit damage reduction is basically only useful in PvP. Defense is useful for mitigation and damage. Damage reduction. Defense with HP percent, damage reduction, and crit damage. You can see I'm going for a lot of damage reduction in here. I have 50%, which is very nice. Damage reduction, defense, accuracy. HP, defense, damage reduction, accuracy. Really nice piece here. I should definitely lock that. Defense, resistance. This piece is pretty bad. I should probably upgrade that. I just got some more gear, but I won't do that here on the video. I'll just show you what I have on him right now. Okay, so defense, resistance, accuracy, crit damage. And this one is just HP, crit rate, resistance, HP percent. Okay, so I'm building him very tanky for a reason. I do not have any exclusives. Talents are done. He's level 156. So that is how I chose to build him because it's the only way I could keep him alive, right? Now I'll show you in campaign, then I'll show you in Deesa. I don't think I'll do the other dungeons. He's fine there, but I don't think he excels there. Now in the story stage, I'm using him basically as a tank. I do have a Bailey, which is going to do a majority of the damage here, but yeah, we'll show you what he's doing. You'll see my Artas won't do a lot of damage, but you can see him up here in the middle. He's kind of just hanging out. He's tanking a lot of things while my Bailey goes and destroys stuff. You can see he's still taking a pretty considerate amount of damage, but my Serena is going to keep him topped up, right? Because Serena heals the lowest HP person, who's basically always going to be Artas. My Bailey has the Gaudier, whatever the commander is that gives him the shield, so he doesn't take too much damage. You can see Artas didn't do a lot of damage. He did more damage than Serena. Obviously, she's a healer, but he's kind of just there to soak damage. He did about a 0.5 mil. Not a lot of damage, but yeah, that's Artas. He's there to soak damage. That's kind of his role. Now, the other place he really excels is Deesa Caves because he gets a lot of hit on the boss, and you have to break the shield, right? So I've gone back and forth. I actually got Deesa Caves 12 down today for the first time. I will show you that team. He is in that team. Yeah, here you go. I'm wondering if it's actually faster. It might actually be faster for me to use this. Let me try this out in the video and see if this is actually better. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'll just challenge it one time. Whatever, I guess I just might as well just use the rest of my energy here. Now that I'm in Deesa 12, there's an ad that's kind of annoying. So what I can do is I can actually take Taylor off auto and just like slowly move him over to where the ad's going to be. If the ad is closest to him, he will attack the ad instead of the boss. I've found that you cannot target the ad no matter what you do, and the ad just like heals the boss like crazy. So you either just out damage the ad or you kill it. So here's the ad right here. We'll use this ability to move me where I know the ad's gonna go right here, so I'll move it right there. I actually was unable to beat this using Emma. So here's the ad. Okay, so now Bailey's gonna come attack it. And Taylor's going to be over here to get some hits on it as well. It freaking died instantly. So no worries there. I can probably put you back on auto. I'll just click you real quick to use your ult. That's fine. Where did he just go? Where did my Taylor just go? How did he get over there? Did the boss move him? That was interesting. All right, so you can see Artas is soaking all the damage here. That's all he's doing is soaking damage. I can probably just put this back on auto. On my free-to-play team, I have to do this. I don't think I need to even do this on this team because Bailey's just going to kill the ad himself anyways. I forgot about that. Bailey's really good in here. Okay, so Artas is just sitting there hanging out. He's tanking the boss. I originally tried to do this with him built fully defense for damage, and he was just so squishy. He was just getting crushed by the boss. So once I moved him over to HP and damage reduction, he's able to tank the boss no problem. He's not doing a lot of damage. I mean, he's doing 1.4 million. It's not terrible, but he is definitely hitting the boss a lot, which is nice, and just soaking damage, right? And he gives more damage, I would say, than a normal tank would give in here. So that's another bonus of using him. Now, if he is one of your only immortals, because you do seem to get a lot of copies of him. You get them for like pre-register. The first banner had, if you were pulling for Luke on the banner, you probably got a lot of him. So I bet a lot of people do have him almost at immortal already, even if you're free to play. So if you have him a lot higher evolution than other people on your team, he's gonna be decent, definitely. You can definitely use him as a tank, as I'm showing here. This runs a little bit longer. Then 10 and 11, obviously. This ad definitely adds a little bit of time for the healing, but Bailey makes pretty short work of the ad, I've noticed here. Boom. Just hit her for 400k, my Bailey did. Alright, so there's the fight. We got some stuff. I still don't have an attack percent. Main stat, anything. Okay, we'll show you the damage. I'll show you Artas didn't do much. He did do 3.2 million. Honestly, that's not terrible. That's almost half what Sorietta did. So it's not awful. Definitely not awful. Okay, what else is he going to be useful for? He's going to be useful in the Soul Mine. He's going to be useful in Faction Wars. He's going to be useful in Arena, especially when you do the Galactic Arena, because you'll be able to use them in one of your teams. You just need so many heroes built out for this that he's going to be very useful here, of course. I think I have him here in this team. Now that I have Emma, I might run this on the team because I have an Emma +1 with the attack speed one, and this works for Artas, so I might put Emma in this team and then put that commander. So that'll be kind of interesting. I think I even use him in regular arena. Hades, I use him here in regular arena. I'll show you a fight here. Do I want Sorietta or do I probably want Emma, I would think. All right, I'll show you a fight here just for fun. He's just going to go in and just tank. Honestly, that's all he does. My Bailey's going to go behind the back line and literally eat their entire team for dinner. Bye. Oh, yeah. Bailey is a beast in Arena. He is an absolute beast. I actually just got my Bailey fully up to, look at this team. Wow, look at that team. I don't want to fight that team. No thanks. Yeah, just got Bailey up to his highest exclusive. Okay, Artas. That's where he's useful. I mean, I do use him, actually. I use him in Terradome as well because he's a melee DPS, so you're going to use him in there. I feel like I won't show you this dungeon because I don't want the video to be like 30, 40 minutes. So I also use him in Terradome, and I also use him in Marsh as my tank as well. He's my active tank right now. Usually I use Oisa because I like her and the stuns and all that, but I've been using Artas lately just because I have him at Immortal. You're going to just use him all over. So if you have him at Immortal, you're definitely going to be using him. He's a great tank. If you build him that way, if you built him full defense, he may do some damage for you, but then you'll probably need a tank additionally as well. Okay, that's gonna be it for the video, guys. If you enjoyed it, definitely hit the like and sub button. Now, I'm making this video because someone said, hey Dan, I see you use Artas. How do you build them? So here is my guide. If you want to see other stuff, just comment below what you'd like to see. And if I think it's a good video idea, I will probably make a video on it. So, been busting out a lot of videos. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Have a great day, everyone. Yeah, Emma banner today. If you haven't seen my summon video, that's on the channel. Have a great day. See you guys.